What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jaden, for the Illini Daily, and today is for the formula is just positivity because we just had two really rough games in basketball. We also had injuries with Boswell and Stavakovic, and I will keep you guys updated. I think they're going to recover soon, so that's positive news. But I just want to talk about the new DC for our football team, Bobby Hauck, and how he's going to impact the DB position. I also want to talk about the defensive back transfers and how they're going to impact the team. I do want to talk about the two specific transfers, Deuce Fillmore and Leavon Williams. So let's get straight into the video, man. No more of slowing down. So let's just talk straight positivity. Bobby Hauck, he's already made a big impact for Illini. He hasn't even done that much. He literally just got hired. But through all the interviews and all the social media that I've been seeing for him, he just wants to make an impact, and he wants for the Illinois fans to be very excited for the upcoming season. He clearly wants to be aggressive, and he wants his players to have that type of mentality. He also wants to show different looks, which is very similar to Brett Bielema's ideas of multiple formations and multiple looks. This is really, really good to hear because Bobby Hauck has been a great defensive head coach. Like I said in the last video, he's always been in the top 25 scoring defenses, which is really nice to hear because Illinois wants to be in that type of category and wants to be utilized in that sort of way as well and talked about. So the fact that he's been that type of defensive coach is really, really good to hear, and he wants to make an impact with that with us is very nice. The reasoning why I think he's going to be a great defensive coordinator and how he's going to impact the defensive back position is the fact that he used to be defensive back coach in 1988 and 1989 for Montana, the team he was a head coach for. This is great news to hear because we just lost Aaron Henry, who was similar to that. He was a great defensive back developer, and now that we have a guy who's similar to that is blissful news to hear because now we have a guy who wants to impact our defense right away. And I bet in his eyes, and just from seeing his type of style with a 3-3-5 formation, meaning is that the defensive back position is very, very important to him. Recently, that's been the pro style for all defenses anyway, because defensive back, I could argue, other than linebacker, is probably the most versatile position due because now we can utilize him, the defensive back position, in the box, outside of the box, playing out of the wide receivers, inside or outside of the hashes, and they're just going to make an impact throughout the field. This is great news to hear because Bobby Hauck wants to use them. He wants them to be aggressive. He wants them to be utilized, versatile. He wants them all over the field making plays. So the fact that he is going to make an impact with this and develop these guys into the best of the best is great news to me, and I'm very excited because we've had the recent history of having great defensive backs. We just had one win a Super Bowl, Devon Witherspoon. We've had some even be interception leaders like Kirby Joseph. So the defensive back position has been very important for us for years on end. So let's talk about the transfers, and I think they're going to make a blissful, big impact because, like I said throughout this beginning of the video, defensive back is a very important position for us because we like to use multiple formations due to the fact of their versatility. We also like using linebackers' versatility, putting them on the line, putting them in the box. And it's the same way with DBs. We like to use them in different types of blitzes, different type of spy looks, different type of formations. This would Deuce, my word of phrasing. This with Bobby Hauck is very important because he wants to hide looks and formations based off what our DBs can do. And if we have versatile DBs, this is going to be essential. And I think these two transfers, and Deuce Fillmore and Leavon Williams, can be these guys for us. I think Deuce is going to be very impactful, and I think Leavon is going to be very impactful. And let's just talk about them right now since I'm talking about them already. Deuce Fillmore, really good DB1 for Georgia State. He only allowed 2 touchdowns. He had a total of 39 tackles. He also had 3 pass breakups, which is essential to being a cornerback. And watching his film, he has really, really good footwork. He's a really athletic guy. He's a good size, 5'11", 185 pounds, meaning he's going to be utilized a lot. He's probably going to be one of our best corners. He might even guard the wide receiver ones for our opponents. Saw what he could do to other teams showed me a light that he could be our DB1. For Georgia State, he guarded against all their opponents' wide receiver ones. He has really, really, really good technique, meaning he knows how to break down with his hips. He knows how to open up. He knows when to um, pack up a wide receiver. He knows what to. He knows how to phase. He knows how to hide. He knows really all the essentials of being a great quarterback. He does a great job of this. The film that I saw, he's really, really good against the screen. He wants to be part of all plays. That's why he has 39 tackles for a reason. He really just wants to make an impact while he's on the field. And he's a great tackler. He's really good at open field tackling. I feel like cornerbacks who aren't good at open field tackling, you can see them while being noticed. As a Chicago Bears fan as well as a Illini fan, a great example of this is Jalen Johnson. He's not a great open field tackler, and you can see that it makes a big impact on running plays. And the fact that he wants to be a great open field tackler and be part of those plays is going to be impactful right away. Um, his pro comp, I would say, is Kyle Fuller. If you guys know who that is, yet again, I say it, I'm a Bears fan. Kyle Fuller used to be really, really good for us in his prime with getting a lot of interceptions, a lot of pass breakups, and a lot of tackling. Kyle Fuller has the same build as him. He's 5'11", 180 to 190 pounds. They have the similar styles of really good positioning themselves in great situations against wide receivers. And I just think it's a great pro comp because they have similar body structure and then they just have similar styles of play. Um, I'm really, really excited for Deuce because I feel like he's going to be a great DB1 for us, and I think Bobby Hauck is going to use him to the best of his ability and develop him into an even better corner than he once was for Georgia State. The next guy I want to talk about, I think he's going to be a Swiss Army knife for our weapon X. Um, Leavon Williams, man, he does whatever the job needs to be done. Similar to Wolverine. If you guys don't know who Weapon X / Wolverine is, you guys have been hiding under a rock. Jokes aside, Leavon Williams is just going to be a Swiss Army knife for us, guys. He's going to be really, really, really good. He was third in his team's tackling. He had 74 tackles, which is really, really good in college ball. He had 3 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 8 pass defenses on the season. Meaning he wants to be part of every play. He wants to be in there. He wants to make an impact right away. He just wants to be on the field through and through. And what's great about him is with our multiple formation schemes, we might put him in the box. We might put him on a nickel position. We might put him far back. He's just a versatile player who will do any job that we tell him to do, which is great news to hear because we need those type of players, especially in the safety position, which he is. And he's been good as long as he's been playing, man. Even his sophomore year at East Texas A&M, he had 55 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and 5 pass defenses. So this guy's just all over the field, man. He just wants to make impacts on impacts, and he just wants to play the best to his ability, and he wants to be better every time he plays, which he has, and that's the difference between his sophomore and junior year. So I'm really, really excited for this player, guys. His pro comp, I would say, is Jabril Peppers, and we all know how he was in college at Michigan. Very impactful. He played both sides of the ball. I don't think Leavon is, but as a defensive player, they're very similar. They want to get tackles. They want to be part of plays. They just want to be involved with the ball. They want it to destroy the offense. And I think Leavon Williams does a great job in that. So I'm very, very excited for these 2 defensive backs. I feel like Bobby Hauck has basically versatile weapons to play with. I feel like these guys are improving his statements of, I want to be aggressive, I want to make plays, I want to make a big impact. So I'm very, very excited. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your guys' thoughts because I feel like these guys are going to make impacts. If you guys agree with me, please let me know. Also, let me know if you guys see their film. Their film is amazing. They have great footwork. They have great positions, and they just know how to play football. So it's going to be great to see how they're going to be utilized within our defense and how much of an impact they're going to make this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see